Stockholm, Ski Ntists Mangi Bawendi, Louis Bruss and Alexei Ekimov won the 2023 Nobel Prize in Science for their disclosure of small groups of iotas known as quantum spots, broadly utilized today to make colors in level screens, light-transmitting diode, drove, lights and gadgets that assist specialists with seeing veins and cancers. The award-granting foundation said that the examination of the three U.S. put-together researchers with respect to quantum dabs, which in size proportion have a similar relationship to a football as a football to Earth, had added variety to nanotechnology. Research shares accept that later on they could add to adaptable hardware, small sensors, more slender sun-oriented cells and encoded quantum correspondence, the foundation said in a proclamation. However, an uncommon hole prompted the champs' names being erroneously shipped off news sources hours before they were formally declared, inciting an expression of remorse from the honors managers. Nobel spills are interesting, with the different award-granting institutes taking extraordinary measures to stay quiet about the victors' names until the declarations. One of the entrancing and surprising properties of quantum spots is that they change light tone contingent upon the molecule size, while keeping the nuclear construction unaltered, said Johan Åquist, seat of the Nobel Board for Science. Bawendi said he felt extremely astounded, tired, stunned, unforeseen and exceptionally respected by the honor. Bruss said it was unforeseen to such an extent that he disregarded the main about 6 calls he got from individuals attempting to tell him. Prior on Wednesday, the institute seemed to have accidentally shared the award champs' names. It was extremely awful that the public statement got out. We actually don't have any idea why it worked out, said Hans Elgren, the foundation's Secretary General. He added it didn't influence the selection of laureates. The quantum spec innovation, which empowered superior quality QLED televisions sold by Samsung, Sony or TCL, follows its underlying foundations to mid-1980s work by Ekimov. I would never have figured you could make these things at such a huge business scale, Bawendi said in a question-and-answer session at the Massachusetts Organization of Innovation, MIT, where he is a teacher. Ekimov was a trailblazer, finding that the shade of glass changes with the size of copper chloride particles contained in it and that sub-nuclear powers were at play. Addressing this news organization on the telephone, 78-year-old Ekimov, who was brought into the world in the Soviet Association and later moved to the U.S., wondered about the most recent level screen innovation, something he didn't imagine during his work during the 1980s. Recollect what a television was in those days, he said, giggling. A couple of years after the fact, Bruss stretched out the work to minute particles suspended in fluids. It's a cooperative exertion, Bruss said in a meeting at his home in Hastings-on-Hudson, New York. There's not a solitary aha. Second. In 1993, Bawendi upset the creation of quantum specs and worked on their quality. Among different purposes, the examination empowered LEDs that sparkle more like normal daylight, keeping away from the somewhat blue light they were recently disregarded for.